Hey guys, Mike out at the range for Diamondback Shooting Sports for our Flat Range Friday. We're doing a little bit of a suppressor review, and we have Ben with us.
Hey everybody.
So a couple things to talk about. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at, with our decibel meter here, the differences between both the unsuppressed rifles and 5 different suppressed options that we have. We're going to go through each of them. We're going to do a little bit of accuracy testing, and then we're going to actually shoot a little bit faster and see, what's what as far as the decibel reading and group size. So we'll be back with that in just a moment.
Nice. It was consistent.
Yeah, it's just that mil-spec trigger. Stand by. There we go. That was nice. 102. Nice job.
Stand by.
A little slow start. Very well done. Excellent. Beautiful.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun.
All right, we get it.
Dun 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 dun.
The Shermanator.
Dun 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 dun.
I think.
Trying to use the optic. So you ready?
Yeah.
Stand by. 121.
A little bit of a getaway from you there. Okay.
4-8, 13 split, 11 split,
Yeah, that was where it kind of.
15, 16.
I think it's when I saw it. I was getting up in my cabin.
That's when you're like, yay.
Yeah, bring it.
Oh, watch your. I need to watch my face.
Shooter ready. Stand by.
All right.
That was 5.
Stand by. Yeah. All right. Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. Well, that was 7.
No. Okay.
4-8.
Stand by.
Cool.
All
All right, next.
right, guys. So we just finished up getting done zeroing and kind of showing difference between accuracy of having the can on and having the can off. Mike here is a little hard on himself, and he'll immediately say he pulled the shot rather than it was the gun.
I would probably say if I got those 2 there and 1 low, it could have been a little bit of me pushing on the gun when I pressed the trigger. So if it wasn't that, then that is definitely a better group.
Well, as much as I'd love to say, you suck at shooting, in reality, that's a cold bore shot. The rest of us like to believe that it's always factory ammunition problems.
I'm too honest. So we had a couple different cans that we shot. We'll go through each of them. We'll talk about the accuracy. As far as the guns that we were shooting, we do have 2 guns that we actually ran unsuppressed, which is this arrow here that has the, let's see, this is the Griffin. I believe that's the Mod 5K on there. And then we also have this Bushmaster here. There, you want me to hold that? Yep. So I don't have to. Thanks. He does all the hard work. So we have the Bushmaster. That one's got the Diligent on it. The one that we did not run unsuppressed is I have my BCM here, which has the Otter Creek Polonium. The reason why we didn't run this one unsuppressed is because I can't take the can off, so we couldn't run it unsuppressed. But group-wise, both the Arrow and Bushmaster were pretty consistent, I think. I don't think we have a mark down here for what those looked like.
I think that's the group size, right? About half
yeah,
an inch.
Yeah, but those
are
all the cans.
Oh, with the cans.
Yeah. So unsuppressed, I remember the Bushmaster had pretty decent group. 2 right next to each other, 1 a little bit low. So I would say that was probably about consistent with the other ones, 1 to 1.5 inch group. The Arrow, we just slapped this optic on, so they were not where we were aiming at, but they were still a pretty decent group, about 1.5 inches apart. So why don't we go through each of these and we'll talk about, so first we've got the full-size polonium. This guy grouped at about 2 inches. Again, I blamed me. Ben says I'm crazy. And
that's at 40 yards. 40 yard zero.
You've got the polonium K.
We got the polonium K. Where do we end up? 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all of them ended up being 1.5 or 2 inch groups at 40 yards, which
Pretty much
is pretty typical if you're a pistol shooter shooting rifles.
Yeah.
Right? Pretty typical. The main thing we were looking for, that I really wanted to see as far as the zero goes, is the actual shift.
Mm-hmm.
You always have a little bit of a first round impact shift, but having the can on and off and seeing what that suppressor shift is kind of important if you're going to be taking it on and off constantly. Mm-hmm. It's one of the reasons why if you bought a can and we're putting on multiple guns, that's important to consider. Mm-hmm. Just as Mike has found out, which I have found out as well, even though they say they come off, they can definitely lock onto your rifle, and now it's a dedicated suppressor to that gun.
With that shift, though, I think we only saw minimal shift at this particular distance.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It will definitely come out a little bit more if you get out to like 100.
Yeah.
It'll definitely appear a little bit more. I mean, at 40 yards, we're seeing a shift of what? Not even an inch.
Yeah, I would say both of them were lower and lower with the suppressors on. And yeah, roughly inch and a half, something like that. Nothing too crazy. Definitely, if it was even a relatively small target at this distance, you'd still be hitting it.
And I mean, taking out the shooter effect, the nut behind the trigger, shall we say, those groups were, I mean, excellent. It's everything you'd want to see on a suppressed rifle at this distance.
Yeah.
If you can cover it with a dime, it's good to go.
Yeah. So looking at these as well in sound suppression. So we were playing with the decibel reader. I will say this is very rough science. It was somewhat cooperative at times. Gave some results that I wasn't really expecting. But so far it seems like the greatest sound suppression was out of the Diligent over here on the Bushmaster. And then after that, it was the Griffin GP5, this guy over here. The Otter Creek Labs Polonium K, Polonium K. Polonium K. You can see I have so many different suppressors at home. And then after that, it was the Mod 5K from Griffin. And then finally, the full-size Polonium was the least suppressed. Which, by size difference, you would expect the K to suppress a little bit less. So again, relatively rough science, your results may vary, but I think the majority of them felt very, very comfortable.
Oh yeah, all of them are very comfortable.
Yeah.
These are all 16-inch rifles?
So we got 6, yeah, they all look like.
So they're all 16-inch rifles, and we're shooting the same ammo out of it. It's all 55 grain Scorpio ammo. So at least it's all somewhat consistent there. It's interesting to me, just kind of noticing right off the gate that all the direct threads are a little bit quieter, which could definitely have something to do with it. I find it interesting that yours was the least quiet.
Yeah.
That's odd to me.
Yeah, it is.
That's just weird. I wonder
why.
Well,
and I do also think about the fact that I've shot that can a lot, probably never taken it off, and probably never cleaned it, and there might be a whole bunch of junk up in there. So, and you were saying it was a little heavy on the front end, so maybe
there's some carbon buildup in there. But in theory, the carbon buildup should make it quieter.
Well, I don't know, man. I got nothing
interesting,
for you.
yeah.
The overall difference between these wasn't more than 10 decibels.
Right.
They were all sub 90. I think the lowest was in the high 70s. So what we're talking about here is very small differences. Interestingly enough, I actually thought behind the gun, the Mod 5K, that felt like it was the quietest to me. It gave me the most initial response of, oh, wow, that's kind of quiet. So yeah, it's I think there's some subjectiveness to it potentially.
I mean, we got a $30 Amazon decibel reader. So,
yeah, exactly. So
yeah,
technology.
Yeah, it was interesting to do though.
Yeah.
It's definitely interesting to see.
So hopefully this has been informative for you. Definitely get out and do your own science to test these results and let us know what you see.